Canon is once again making waves in the photography and videography world with the quiet registration of two mysterious new camera models. While nothing has been officially announced, these model numbers, recently discovered in public regulatory filings, are sparking intense speculation across the industry. Based on early leaks and naming conventions, many experts believe that Canon is preparing to unveil the Canon EOS R6 Mark III and possibly an all-new Cinema EOS camera aimed at professionals working in high-end video production. Let's take a closer look at the evidence, the speculative features, and what this means for creators and professionals looking to upgrade their gear in 2025. Canon camera registrations leak. What we know so far: the first model, identified as DS126916, follows Canon's well-known naming conventions for their full-frame mirrorless EOS R series. The DS prefix is typically assigned to interchangeable lens cameras, and past releases like the EOS R5 and R6 shared this naming structure. This gives us strong reason to believe this model is part of Canon's next-generation mirrorless roadmap, most likely the long-anticipated EOS R6 Mark III. The second registered camera is listed as ID0184. This is where it gets interesting. The ID designation is commonly associated with Canon's Cinema EOS line, which includes their professional digital cinema cameras like the EOS C300, C200, and the more recent EOS C400. In other words, Canon may be gearing up to launch two major products: a flagship hybrid mirrorless camera for stills and video and a next-level cinema camera optimized for broadcast, filmmaking, and content production studios. Canon EOS R6 Mark III. The hybrid powerhouse is almost here. The Canon EOS R6 Mark III is one of the most heavily anticipated cameras of the year. Photographers and videographers alike have been eagerly awaiting Canon's next move in the full-frame mirrorless market, especially as rivals like Sony, Nikon, and Panasonic continue to innovate at a rapid pace, while Canon has remained tight-lipped. Earlier rumors and this new registration point to a likely July 2025 launch for the Mark III. That would put it right on time for Canon's typical summer release schedule. Here are some of the most talked about features expected on the Canon R6 Mark III. Based on trusted rumors and Canon's own product trajectory, stacked CMOS sensor for blazing performance. The standout rumor is that the R6 Mark III will feature a stacked full-frame CMOS sensor, similar to the one found in the Sony A9 III and Nikon Z6 III. A stacked sensor dramatically reduces rolling shutter, speeds up image processing, and enables faster burst rates, perfect for sports, wildlife, and high-speed action shooters. If true, this would be Canon's first R-series camera under $4,000 to feature this advanced sensor tech, putting it in a class-leading position for hybrid content creators. Next-gen Digic X processor or successor to pair with the stacked sensor, Canon is likely to introduce an upgraded image processor, possibly a newer version of the Digic X, optimized for real-time subject tracking, ultra-fast data throughput, and extended 4K or 6K video recording with minimal overheating. This would also support high-efficiency RAW formats and potentially internal 10-bit 4:2:2 recording across all frame rates. AI-powered autofocus and intelligent subject recognition. Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF2 has been one of the strongest autofocus systems in the industry. But the R6 Mark III is rumored to go even further with AI-enhanced autofocus, incorporating machine learning algorithms to recognize not just faces and eyes, but animals, vehicles, gestures, and even patterns in motion. This would make it the ultimate camera for solo shooters, sports professionals, and content creators who demand perfect focus every time. Cinema-ready video features in a mirrorless body, 4K 120 frames per second. Internal 6K RAW. Canon Log 3. 10-bit color. These are just some of the cinema-level video specs being discussed for the EOS R6 Mark III. If Canon includes even half of these features, this would be one of the most capable video tools on the market under the $3,500 price point. Imagine recording cinematic slow motion in true 4K resolution, with no crop, backed by professional color grading flexibility. This kind of performance was previously reserved for Canon's Cinema EOS line, but may now be coming to the R6 Pro. Connectivity, dual-band Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.1. According to the regulatory filings, the new model supports dual-band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, similar to Canon's flagship cameras. This enables remote shooting, wireless live streaming, and instant file transfers to mobile devices, FTP servers, or cloud storage platforms, features essential for today's hybrid workflows. A word of caution: not every leak is what it seems. While all signs point to the Canon EOS R6 Mark III, it's important to remember Canon's past surprises. In 2024, the model DS23604 was believed to be the R6 Mark III, but it ultimately turned out to be the Canon PowerShot V1, a compact vlogging camera. This shows how important it is to avoid jumping to conclusions based on model numbers alone. That said, this current leak looks much more credible, both in timing and technical detail, especially as it lines up with Canon's product cycles and the growing demand for stacked sensor cameras in the $2,500 to $3,500 price range. Canon's cinema division, a new powerhouse camera is coming? Now let's focus on the second model, ID0184. This one could be a serious game changer for professional filmmakers and studio production teams. The ID designation has historically pointed to Canon's Cinema EOS line, which includes cameras like Canon EOS C70, compact RF mount cinema camera, Canon EOS C300 Mark III Super 35 camera with dual gain output, Canon EOS C400, recently announced with a 6K sensor and triple native ISO. So, what could ID0184 represent? Canon EOS C200 Mark II. The original EOS C200 was loved for its cinema raw light recording, affordability, and rock-solid autofocus. A C200 Mark II with modern specs, RF mount, internal 6K, ProRes support, built-in ND filters, and better low-light performance, could be a filmmaker's dream in 2025. Canon's next-gen RF mount cinema camera. With Canon now deeply invested in the RF lens ecosystem, this new model could represent a shift away from EF toward full RF mount video systems, blending mirrorless and cinema design. Think of it as Canon's response to the Sony FX6 or Panasonic EVA1, compact, powerful, Netflix-approved. Workflow enhancements for the future of film. Expect features like dual CF Express card slots, XLR audio inputs, timecode in/out, cloud collaboration, direct streaming to YouTube/FTP. These are no longer wishlist features, they are essential for modern cinematographers. Canon knows this, and ID0184 may deliver it all in one compact package. What's next? Canon's 2025 launch timeline. If the rumors and registrations hold true, we could be looking at the Canon R6 Mark III launching in July 2025, followed by the new Cinema EOS camera in Q4, possibly timed around IBC 2025 or Photokina.